मेरा आवाज बीच बीच में ब्रेक हो रहा है? Okay, let me check. Please mute yourself. Okay. Now is my voice okay? Now is my voice okay?
ठीक है सर, ठीक
So again, I am recapitulating whatever I have discussed yesterday because I find out that few
सर अच्छे से सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है।
सर वापस वही हो रहा है,
ब्रेक हो रहा है, ब्रेक हो रहा है सर।
पहले से ब्रेक हो रहा है सर।
Let me check. Now is my voice okay?
Yes sir.
Okay. So again, I am discussing the same thing. Please listen carefully. So 2G, 2.5G is an acronym. Means to show that our technology has advances. Has advances. Itself. So that 1G technology is called actually amps. One was named as amps.
सर सर सब ब्रेक हो जा रहा है सर।
सर
कुछ नहीं सुनाई दे रहा सर।
बहुत ब्रेक हो रहा है सर।
मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा सर।
Now is this okay? My voice? Voice okay? Or still it is?
ये सब ब्रेक हो रहा है।
स्टार्टिंग में अच्छा रहता है, फिर वापस ब्रेक होने लगता है सर।
ठीक है, तो मैं एक काम करता हूँ,
अभी
मैं
ठीक
फिर
है,
से
अभी
रिकनेक्ट
ठीक है।
करता हूँ। अभी ठीक है?
हाँ हाँ अभी ठीक है।
So regarding the technologies, what I was discussing, that 2G, 1G, 2.5G, 3G, 3.5G, and 4G. These are the acronyms that how our generation of technologies in wireless communication has advances from 1G to 4G. Again, we have the upcoming 5G is also coming to picture. Now, okay, fine. How these technologies are advancing to our systems and why the 1G technology, that is AMPS, we have not discussed earlier, which was introduced in 1980, basically. But that time, a wireless technology was not introduced in India. Do you know when the wireless telephone comes in India? कब आपका मोबाइल फोन इंडिया में आया? You know that?
2002.
Huh? No.
2002.
So mobile phone technology came in India with the hands of GSM in 1996. The first call was made from Jyoti Bosu. Have you heard about Jyoti Bosu's name? He is the earlier Chief Minister of West Bengal. He made the first call with the Telecom Minister Shukra in
Sir,
New Delhi.
1995.
1996 actually, 1996, 27th August means today is 28th August. तो कल गया था वो दिन आज से कितना साल पहले 24 years before I think yes 24 years before the first telephone call was made from West Bengal Calcutta to Delhi. Jyoti Basu called to Telecom Minister Shukra. So that day our first laid down of the mobile telephony system, and that is why that is the 2G telephone system. So before that there is another telephony system was there, that is called 1G. The technology name was AMS. You can write it down, the full form of AMPS, advanced mobile phone system. So this type of acronym may not come in IoT class, but it may come in mobile computing. So you have mobile computing, so that time this type of question may come. And GSM full form is Global System for Mobile Communication. Have you noted it down?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now GPRS full form is General Packet Radio Service. It came in 2000. UMTS came in 2002. HSPA came in 2008. LT came in 2012. Voice over LT came in 2014, like this. And what is the full form of UMTS? Universal Mobile Telephone System. HSPA full form. हाँ बोलो. UMTS.
UMTS.
Universal Mobile Telephone System. HSPA full form is High Speed Packet Access. LT full form is Long Term Evolution. Noted it down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in case of AMS, so there is no chance of network access. Though there is it's a totally voice telephony system. So उसका speed के बारे में कुछ जरूरी नहीं था. But for GSM, when GSM came with the network speed of what I told, that is 79 kbps, right? For GPRS, it is 176 kbps. For EMTS, 2 Mbps. For HSPA, 14 Mbps. For LT, it is 100 Mbps. So in this way, our network has evolved from 79 kbps to 176 kbps to 2 Mbps to 14 Mbps to 100 Mbps. And what bandwidth they have occupied? For 2G, it was 900 megahertz for downlink, and for 1800 megahertz for uplink. And for 2.5G also, they have used the same bandwidth. For 3G, they have used 2 gigahertz of bandwidth. For 3.5G, I have to check the bandwidth, what bandwidth they have taken. But 4G, they have taken 3 gigahertz to 3.5 gigahertz of bandwidth. So is this okay, the evolution of our network system? Any question? Students, any question? Shall I
सर
explain
LTE
it?
प्लस तो वही थे ना सर, वोल्टी.
VoLTE, yes. LTE class and VoLTE is same. Actually, network is still evaluating. It is still evaluating from one architecture to another architecture regularly. So you cannot say right now this architecture will sustain. So architecture and everything is changing day by day. You cannot predict that much. Okay, so please, if you are doing it in mobile, you can take the screenshot. This is very important aspect of network. Even for IoT, why it is required that because how we will transfer our data. Our sensing and actuation is okay, but whatever we have sensed and whatever instruction we will give for actuation, that will come through network only. So we need to know the network system. But these network systems are rarely used in case of IoT. It is only used in industrial IoT or smart city architecture. It is only used in smart city architecture where smart city architecture and in industrial IoT. Why? Because the networks in industrial IoT system or in smart city architecture, we can get this kind of network access system, 1G or 2G or 2.5G or 3G or 3.5G. But suppose if I consider in IoT in agriculture or IoT in healthcare, where IoT in agriculture, you cannot expect that in middle of your agricultural field there will be one base station, because until a base station is there, how you will get the either 1G connectivity or 2G connectivity or 2.5G connectivity or 3.5G connectivity. First thing. Second thing is that already I told about the bandwidth. All the bandwidths are already specified and it is being distributed by TRI. So if for IoT devices, if you want some bandwidth, so you cannot get the bandwidth out of this bandwidth range. This bandwidth range will not be provided to you. So what you can do, like I told, so for IoT applications, most of the IoT users use what kind of bandwidth? Can anybody tell me? What bandwidth range we use? What kind of bandwidth we use? If you have noted it down in the last class, you might be knowing. Can anybody help me out with that? Therefore, can you tell me what that bandwidth range is called? Or Arindam, can you tell me? If you cannot, please write down that no, I don't know. That case, I will move further. Ayush? No, IPv6, therefore, this is the IP range. That means we will use that IP. But I am talking about bandwidth, 800 megahertz or 900 megahertz or 1800 megahertz or 2 gigahertz or 2.5 gigahertz or 3 gigahertz or 3.2 gigahertz. So what bandwidth range we use and what is that bandwidth basically called? I talked about in the last class regarding the ISM band. Can you remember? What is the full form of ISM? Industrial, scientific, and medical. Means already we know that the entire bandwidth range that is provided by TRI, that is very costly. You have to bid for that. And those bands are called license band. License bandwidth. You have to purchase the bandwidth and cost is huge. Only for 20 megahertz of bandwidth range, you might have to cost 80 crores of rupees. So all the mobile companies have to purchase that bandwidth to provide the users with the mobile telephony services. Okay, and if I occupy this bandwidth of 20 megahertz range, suppose this bandwidth is given for me for 2G application, 900 megahertz to 920 megahertz range. It is given to Vodafone. Now Vodafone will give this bandwidth to its subscriber so that their subscriber can run their telephonic call within this bandwidth limit. Okay. Nobody else can penetrate with that bandwidth limit. That is why their call remains private. But
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही है
आवाज नहीं आ रही है फिर से
सर नहीं अभी ठीक है पर कभी कभी जब आप समझाने लगते हो मिडल से आवाज ब्रेक हो जाता है एकदम से
तो shall I repeat it again?
ये सब वो वाला लाइसेंस
License bandwidth means each of the mobile telephony company to give their subscriber the call facility, they have to purchase the bandwidth. And purchase, not purchase, it is leased. That means that if I take 20 megahertz of bandwidth with 80 crores of rupees, I will be given this license for only for 5 years. Now within these 5 years, I have to utilize this license in an optimal way so that I can cater all the customers of Vodafone. So the same thing also true for Geo, same thing also true for Airtel, Aircel, whoever the market player in mobile telephony. Now the 20 megahertz range may be from 900 megahertz to 920 megahertz. That will be given to them for 5 years. Now within these 5 years, they will use that one, and that one, when they will use, nobody will be allowed to penetrate within this bandwidth. That is why your call will remain secure. Means when you are calling to somebody, nobody else will be allowed to enter into your call. But this is not same as the voice over IP call. Voice over IP call means Skype call or Facebook call or your WhatsApp call or your Microsoft Team call. Right now, whatever I am calling. So anybody, if they want, they can penetrate. They actually, this call facility is a little bit different. This call facility is done in that manner that whatever I am saying, all my voices are converted to a packet, and that packet is going through the network channel. Now in the network channel, if somebody penetrate and take my packet, that case they can decipher my call. So it is not that much of secure as compared to your voice call telephony. Understood?
yes sir
Now same thing also happens for IoT also. When in IoT, we are from the IoT device, we are sending the data to the cloud. That time we cannot use this license band because we don't have that much of money to purchase the license band. What we do? We use this ISN band, which is given for industrial, scientific, and medical band. Okay, so this band is totally unlicensed band. This is totally unlicensed band. Now, if I use for my IoT application, you can also use the same bandwidth for your IoT application also. Means if it is an open for everybody, so it can be easily penetratable. You got my question? Now, if it is easily penetratable, that case, how I can secure my data in IoT environment? That is basically the IoT security. What can you do? At the time of sending the data, you can encrypt the data so that if somebody hack your data, they should not be able to decipher your data. What is there in your data? That is the main objective of IoT security. Clear? Understood? Or need more explanation?
yes
Okay. Now the question is for IoT security. Okay, fine. In IoT security, we'll provide this band encryption. Now the question is, what bandwidth range we should use for IoT? Because it's an ISN band, it's an unlicensed band. So we use generally 3 gigahertz to 3.2 gigahertz bandwidth range. You can see that whenever I have written in case of 1G, 2G, 3G, 3.5G, 4G, and voice over LTE, here we have never used this bandwidth range, right? This 3 gigahertz to 3.2 gigahertz bandwidth range we have never used because it's an ISM band. It can be used for IoT or it can be used for Wi-Fi, means your WLAN connectivity. So these unlicensed bands are used by Wi-Fi. In your Wi-Fi also, whatever data is being transferred, so that is not secured. Anybody can penetrate easily because it's an unlicensed band. It is used for IoT. It is used for WiMAX services. These bandwidths are being used by several applications. Clear? That is why you may be given the advice when you are in a public place, try to avoid the public place Wi-Fi, like the Wi-Fi in the railway station or Wi-Fi in the airport. Or if you use it, don't share your confidential data in the public Wi-Fi. Means don't try to log in with your Gmail account or Facebook account, or don't try to give your credit card details or the bank details in a public Wi-Fi, because anybody can hack that data and anybody can penetrate that data. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, for IoT applications, what bandwidth range we use? Just now I have
Sir,
told.
3 gigahertz to 3.2 gigahertz.
Very good. Who has told this one? Because I need this for marking.
Sir, Shadipa.
Sudeepa, very good. Now, this bandwidth range is called what bandwidth range? It has
ISM.
an ISM band. What is the full form of ISM?
Sir,
Industrial, scientific, and medical band.
okay, huh.
Okay. So for your all kinds of application, you can easily use that band. Now, at that IoT applications, when you are doing the IoT applications and when we are sending the data, that time do you select the bandwidth? No. Your devices are made in such a manner that because each of the IoT devices where the Wi-Fi connectivity is required. So you connect the Wi-Fi module with the IoT devices. Yes or no? Those who have done with the IoT work, like Girija has worked on the IoT, or anybody else who has done the IoT. So you connect the Wi-Fi module. You know what is Wi-Fi module. Now, whenever you configure that Wi-Fi module, that Wi-Fi module is connected with an antenna. That antenna can only capture 3 gigahertz to 3.2 gigahertz only. Automatically, it will capture the ISM band. You don't have to configure for that. Even your mobile also is configured with the specific type of band. If you check the configuration of your mobile, I think whenever you check the configuration of your antenna or mobile, you can see that what kind of range of bandwidth it will take. Have you seen that? Have you seen that it is a 4G compatible mobile, and what is in the mobile it is written now, it is 3G compatible mobile or 4G compatible mobile or 5G compatible mobile. Have you seen that one? Or do you check that at the time of purchasing your mobile? Compatibility of the mobile?
Yes,
Students?
sir.
हाँ, तो वहां पे आप लोग क्या देखते हो? मैं एक चीज दिखाता हूँ आप लोगों को note किए। आप लोगों का अगर क्वेश्चन आया, if you throw me questions, that case I find interest to show you more things. But whenever I find out that you keep mum, you don't respond, that case I feel very bad. So my request is, आपको आता है या नहीं आता है, आप लोग प्लीज रेस्पॉन्ड कीजिए, बोल दीजिए कि नहीं आता है, आई विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी. Don't keep mom. Okay. Now, can you see my screen? I don't know. Students, can you see my screen? Okay, fine. Now, suppose I am opening any e-commerce site to check. Sorry, to check any mobile. Suppose Amazon.com. To check a mobile specification. Now you check. Here it is written that what megahertz of bandwidth they will support. Can you see, students? Students, can you see that one? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So look at this. For UMTS, HSPA plus DC, HSDPA, they are supporting 850 megahertz, 900 megahertz, 1700 megahertz, 2.1 gigahertz, 1900 megahertz, and 2.1 gigahertz over here. Okay. And for GSM and H, they are using 850, 900, 1800, and 1900. So look at this 850 megahertz. Through this, you can catch the 4G of Reliance. Okay, and for 900 and 800, you can catch the GSM. Now the thing is that this megahertz of bandwidth which are supported in India means the 900 and 1800 जो मैंने बताया आपको GSM के लिए support करता है. अगर आप USA में जाओगे, in USA the supporting bandwidth for 2G may be different because the bandwidth ranges are distributed different from country to country. That is why the phones that are made for USA may not be compatible in India. अगर USA से आप वो फोन लेके आ गए यहाँ पे, वो आपके यहाँ पे नहीं भी चल सकता है. That depends on whether it is supporting all the bandwidth range or not. And some of the bandwidth they have mentioned as band 1, 2, 3 up to .66. So they have one data sheet where it is written what is the bandwidth range of band 1, what is the bandwidth range of band 2. So they will support only those bandwidth. Now is this clear? Even all the phones you will find out that the bandwidth range are mentioned. That is why sometimes if a phone is purchased from foreign and if you bring it over here, it may not work properly. उसका signal नहीं पकड़ रहा है आपका. So this is about the bandwidth range. Okay, so please keep it in mind. Next is the convergence of domains of IoT. Means in IoT, so several applications have come into pictures and several applications are working in this IoT. Some of the applications and technologies are well defined, and some of the applications are still we are working on it. Like you can see that semantic in case of IoT breakthrough innovations. What are the breakthrough innovations apart from IoT in this IoT? Apart from the emerging technologies that enabling technologies that has defined IoT basically. Earlier we have seen that service oriented architecture is one of the enabling technologies. Then Web 2.0 is another enabling technologies. Then 2G, 3G, the networking system, Wi-Fi, then LT. Apart from this, IoT itself have made some breakthrough innovation. One is that semantic interoperability. You can see that this term semantic interoperability. Okay. Another is the energy harvesting. These are very important components. So energy harvesting means whenever an IoT is placed in an agricultural field or in a forest where your network is not there or there is no other option to provide power to that IoT device, then how that IoT devices, because the IoT device will run on the battery only, right? Now the battery will automatically get drained after a few days. Now, the what are the challenges? How to make this IoT to last longer? आपने जो बैटरी लगाया है लिथियम आयन बैटरी हो या आपका ट्रिपल ए बैटरी हो या 3 5 वोल्ट का जो बैटरी है तो इफ यू पुट इट ओवर देयर कितने दिन के लिए चलेगा and you don't have any external source to give them that IoT device, right? Now, what is the solution? That solution is called energy harvesting method. Means that some of the IoT devices are there where their power or energy will be harvested by themselves. They will create their own energy. They will create their own power within this IoT device. And some of the IoT devices are there which cannot harvest their own energy. What they do that they try to minimize the power consumption. The IoT device is made in such a manner that whenever they will transfer the data packet, that time only, in most of the cases, the power will be consumed. So they make the IoT device in such a manner that the minimum amount of power consumption should be done. Energy harvesting is clear? Or any explanation is required? Students? Energy harvesting is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the next thing